Now at the halfway mark of the 2025 NFL regular season, it feels like a good time to hand out some report cards.
I go back to May when I was there for minicamp, and Baker Mayfield told me Emeka Egbuka might be the most professional-ready rookie he's ever been around in his entire life.
Which highly touted rookies have passed the early tests, and which ones have failed? Let's dive into our midseason grades for every 2025 NFL first-round draft pick. Number 1, Cam Ward, C-. It's unfair to fully blame Ward for the Tennessee Titans' struggles. Ward is barely completing over half his pass attempts, is in danger of finishing with more interceptions than passing touchdowns, and, has his Titans in a spot to potentially pick first overall again in April. Number 2, Travis Hunter, B. Hunter has not made the superstar-like impact that many expected when the Jacksonville Jaguars traded up to select him in the number 2 spot. Hunter was on pace to finish with around 700 receiving yards before landing on the IR, but he may have to take a number 3 role upon returning following the trade for Jacoby Myers. But hey, Hunter has been rock solid on defense, allowing no touchdowns in coverage over his first 7 games before going on the IR. Number 3, Abdul Carter, C+. Carter's stat sheets show a lot of zeros, and his metrics at Pro Football Focus aren't wowing anybody. But he's among ESPN's top 20 edge rushers and pass rush win rate, a very strong indicator that the sacks will come soon. Number 4, Will Campbell, C-. The New England Patriots have been a pleasant surprise this year, but Campbell has been a giant liability on their offensive line. Per Pro Football Focus, Campbell allowed 4 sacks and committed 6 penalties during New England's first 8 games. Number 5, Mason Graham, B+. Graham's stats don't exactly jump out at first glance, but let's remember that many of those would-be sacks are going to teammate Myles Garrett. Graham has quickly asserted himself as one of the best young interior defensive linemen, ranking among ESPN's top 20 defensive tackles and pass rush win rate. Number 6, Ashton Jeanty, C+. Jeanty has not lived up to the super sky-high expectations yet, but he is still on pace to rush for over 1,000 yards behind one of the league's worst defensive lines, with one of the league's worst quarterbacks, Geno Smith, at his side. Number 7, Armand Membou, A. Amid another miserable season in New York Jets land, Membou has been a shining star for Aaron Glenn's squad. Though penalties have been an issue, he's quickly emerged as a top 10 offensive tackle in run blocking, which is precisely what the rush-heavy Jets need. Number 8, Teteroa McMillan, A+. The Carolina Panthers needed a weapon for Bryce Young, so they rolled the dice on the Arizona product, and it has paid off beautifully. McMillan has been a rock star and an otherwise meh rookie wide receiver class. Number 9, Kelvin Banks Jr., C. We liked the New Orleans Saints' idea of attacking the other bookend spot by taking Banks and pairing him with 2024 first-round pick Talisa Fuaga. If it works out, then hey, they're going to be set on the O-line for years to come. Now, Banks has struggled mightily in his rookie year, however, though I think it's hard to blame him given the lousiness that is the 2025 New Orleans Saints. He struggled with penalties, but has been rock solid as a pass blocker. Number 10, Colston Loveland, C+. It's a slow start to the year for the Chicago Bears tight end, but he is slowly but surely getting into a rhythm here. Loveland had his coming out party in Week 9 against the Bengals, catching 6 passes for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns in a thrilling comeback win. Now, if he could just be more consistently productive. Number 11, Michael Williams, C+. Before suffering a season-ending ACL tear in Week 9 against the Giants, Williams hadn't been much of an impact player in the pass-rushing department. However, he did make up for it with excellent run defense. Williams had shown improvement after a sluggish start to his career, but his journey to becoming a star will have to wait another year. Number 12, Tyler Booker, B. Booker missed 3 games in the first half with an ankle injury, but there's certainly been more good than bad here. The Dallas Cowboys' first-year guard allowed just 1 sack over his first 5 NFL games per Pro Football Focus. His 75.3 run blocking grade also placed Booker 8th among all guards during that period. Number 13, Kenneth Grant, F. We did not understand why Miami reached for Grant here when they already had Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, and Bradley Chubb on the defensive line. And indeed, they have not seen any significant returns on their investment. Number 14, Tyler Warren, A+. Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor are getting most of the credit for the Indianapolis Colts' stunning rise to the top of the AFC standings. But how about some love for the rookie tight end out of Penn State? Warren has emerged as the Colts' top pass catcher this season. He too is on pace to eclipse the 70-catch and 1,000-yard marks, with double-digit touchdowns also being a possibility. We know GM Chris Ballard has his critics, but man, he hit the jackpot on this pick. Number 15, Jalen Walker, C. Walker has missed time with a groin injury, but is on on-field production has been relatively lackluster up to this point. Walker has now played less than half of the Atlanta Falcons' defensive snaps in the games that he's been available for. Walker had 1 sack over his first 5 games before logging 2 against the Patriots. So let's see if he can build off that from here. Number 16, Walter Nolan, C+. A calf injury sidelined Nolan for the first 7 games, but he made an immediate impact in his NFL debut against the Cowboys in Week 9, recording a sack off Dak Prescott in a 27-17 upset win. Arizona won't be a playoff team this year, but it'd sure be nice to see Nolan emerge as an impact player throughout the second half. Number 17, Shamar Stewart, C-. Stewart missed 4 games in the first half with an ankle injury, yeah, but still, this guy has not produced much on the field, and his struggles have been very evident on a horrendous Cincinnati Bengals defense. Stewart ranks outside the top 100 among PFF's grade edge defenders in pressures and overall grades. This isn't to say that he'll go down as a draft bust, but it hasn't been the most encouraging rookie year for a guy who didn't get his rookie deal finalized until January. Number 18, Gray Zabel, C. The Seattle Seahawks have been one of football's biggest surprises this season, but Zabel is not exactly a reason as to why. You see, Zabel has a sub-60 PFF grade in both pass blocking and run blocking, and Seattle's pass blocking has been leaky at best this year. Number 19, Emeka Egbuka, A+. Egbuka has been a rock star for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, plain and simple. With Mike Evans missing almost all of 2025 and Chris Godwin struggling to stay healthy, Egbuka has emerged as the new number 1 receiver in Tampa. Seriously, where would Baker Mayfield be without his rookie sensation? Egbuka is a prime favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Now just imagine how dangerous his offense will be in the future when at full strength. Number 20, Jahdae Barron, C+. The Denver Broncos have the league's best defense, so they haven't rushed Barron's development whatsoever. He's only playing about a quarter of their defensive snaps, with some playing time on the special teams as well. But Barron has been solid in coverage in the few times where quarterbacks have thrown in his direction. Number 21, Derek Harmon, C. We remain surprised that the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted the Oregon defensive tackle when they had plenty of depth in the front 7. And sure enough, Harmon has not been much of an impact player for a team in win-now mode. The Steelers are using Harmon in a rotational role. Though he logged 2 sacks over his first 3 NFL games, Harmon had a sub-50 grade at PFF. Number 22, Omarion Hampton, A. Before Hampton landed on the injured reserve with an ankle injury, he was on pace to finish with over 1,000 yards rushing and 1,500 scrimmage yards. The long-term injury does not take away what he did in his first 5 games. Number 23, Matthew Golden, C+. A breakout year from tight ends Tucker Kraft and a career season thus far from Romeo Doubs means that Golden has not put up the WR1 status that many expected. But you know, that's kind of okay. Golden is putting up fine numbers as a number 3 receiving option on a deep Packers offense that has them in the driver's seat for the NFC's top seed. Number 24, Donovan Jackson, C. The Vikings O-line was supposed to be a strength after signing former Colts star Will Fries and Ryan Kelly, and after using their first-round pick on Donovan Jackson. However, the unit has been a mega disappointment in terms of both pass and run blocking. Jackson, who's been hampered by a wrist injury, is struggling in both departments. Number 25, Jackson Dart, A. Not much has gone right for the Giants over the past decade, but moving up via the Houston Texans to take the Ole Miss QB was a stroke of genius. Even without superstar wide receiver Malik Neighbors for most of the year, Jackson has been throwing, well, a ton of darts. He led the Giants to a stunning upset win over the Chargers and Eagles in the first half, and nearly another win over the Broncos in Mile High City. Dart is looking like a seasoned vet on an otherwise lousy Giants team. Number 26, James Pierce Jr., C. The Falcons gave up a king's ransom in order to move up via the Los Angeles Rams so they could take Pierce with the number 26 selection. Pierce is only playing half of Atlanta's defensive snaps in a rotational role and is struggling to get after the quarterback. Number 27, Malachi Starks, C+. Starks, like the entire Ravens defense, got lit up like a cigar time and time again during Baltimore's ugly 1-5 start. However, the defense has slowly regained its form, with Starks playing a significant role in the turnaround. He logged his first NFL interception in a Week 9 blowout win over the Miami Dolphins. Number 28, Tyleik Williams, C. Williams has played about half of the Detroit Lions' defensive snaps as they patiently develop the Ohio State defensive tackle. His run defense has been decent, but there's not a lot coming in the pass rush department. Number 29, Josh Connerly Jr., F. There is no sugarcoating it. This has been a very difficult season for the Washington Commanders' first-round pick. The Commanders threw Connerly into a starting role right away, and it has not been pretty. Number 30, Maxwell Hairston, B+. A knee injury sidelined Hairston for the first 6 games of the season, but he has been electric since hitting the field for his NFL debut in Week 8 against Carolina. Hairston recorded his first career interception off Patrick Mahomes in the Bills' Week 9 home win over the arch-rival Chiefs. Number 31, Jihad Campbell, A+. Campbell has been a Swiss Army knife for Vic Fangio's defense. His run defense is the main strength, but he has been very good in coverage and boasts one of the league's lowest missed tackle rates. Number 32, Josh Simmons, B+. Simmons has missed time because of personal reasons, but man, he has been rock solid in pass protection in the limited time on the field. But hey, which 2025 NFL first-round pick has impressed you the most? Let us know in the comment section below.